Happy Monday. Beautiful day today. It's almost 7 o'clock and Carlo's still asleep. So I got up at 5, did my workout, my ankle weight. The cats are obsessed with my yoga mat. I used to be Carlo climbing all over, but now it's the cats. Anyway, and now I am just editing the vlog before Carlo wakes up. Hello, sweetheart. Do you want to be in the vlog? This is our baby mama. Her name is Black Panther, also named by Carlo. She's recently become the 5th member of our family. Before she had the baby, she kind of just was a stray that sometimes came to say hello. And then she decided our place was the safest place for her babies, and now she's my little bestie. Aren't you? You're so cute. Look at your cute little face. Little cutie. Do you want to watch the vlog? I'm just editing it. Do you want to help me? Carlo is still asleep. It's almost 20 past 7. I feel like I can finally say we are out of the sleep issue trenches. This is what I want to show you when the sun starts to come out on the village. Doesn't that look pretty? Because we're under a mountain. We watch the sun gradually come up over the mountain. It just feels like a really nice, wholesome way to start your life and start your day. Dom's off to work. I still find that so funny to say. I'm so proud of him. He's doing so well and they love him. The owner of the hotel called Dom 2 words I've never heard used to describe Dom. The owner of the hotel said Dom was calm. And anyone that knows Dom would never call him calm. That's him. That's how uncalm he is. And organised. And I was so proud to hear those words used to describe him. Like, yeah, you are calm and organised. Now, could we just take that and apply it to your home life? Not likely. This is the first time in a really long time that work doesn't feel like work. It's really nice. I can't stress that enough. Behind the scenes, the last few years have been a lot. From COVID, which was awful, to I almost lost my business during COVID. The core of my business was subscription-based. And I had an Instagram training membership specifically for business owners. So they would pay a monthly fee and they would receive weekly training on how to market, grow their business, sell their products and services using Instagram. That was the core of what I did. That's what I built up over 7 years. During COVID, what happened was mainstream media in Australia had advice to business owners to be able to survive what was going on. And there were 5 things, and this message just kept getting repeated all day, all day. Number 1 was ask for a rent reduction, and number 2 was cancel all subscriptions. I don't remember what the other ones were because I was hemorrhaging members. And this is when I just hired my first staff member, but I was doing majority of the admin myself. And I would wake up every single day at 4 a.m. just to handle and manually respond to and manually do the cancellation requests that were coming in, because the way that my membership worked is I had no lock-in contract. So you could join and leave at any time. I really liked that, especially for business owners. I like to look at Instagram training as kind of like a gym membership. You know, sometimes you're on a roll and your Instagram's working really well and you're motivated, you're excited, and you just didn't need the membership. So you could cancel. But then when you hit a slump, and I just wanted people to be able to feel like the support was there and they could come and go when it suited them. Anyway, yeah, I was hemorrhaging members. This is during COVID. I did some sort of forecasting and I figured out that if I kept losing members at the rate that I was losing members, I would have lost the whole membership within 2 months. And that was the core of my business, because before that, I'd gotten rid of consulting, I'd gotten rid of writing strategies, I'd gotten rid of all my in-person training, because the following year I had speaking and training opportunities booked all over the globe. So this was before Carlo. We were going to travel and go and use these opportunities to go travel the world together. This is before COVID. And then COVID hit and all of those got cancelled or rescheduled indefinitely. I was going to lose the membership in 2 months. All of our savings had gone into buying the block of land for the house that we were building on, the house that took 5 years to build. And Dom was still working up north at this stage. and Dom was FIFO, but it was his company. Dom would take on a contract to build something up north, and he would go until the contract was finished. And he wasn't on like a roster or a swing, like a 2 on 2 off or 3 on 3 off or whatever it is. He would just go, and I wouldn't know when he was coming back, and that was really hard. So some people have had some things to say about Dom working here, and it's going to be really hard and you're going to lose your whole summer. I lost like my whole years with him working FIFO. I literally saw him for a couple of days, and then he would go fly away to work again. I get to go to bed with him every night here. I get to see him every day. I get to see him at lunch. I can go the 1 minute it takes me up the road to the hotel and see him here. I can call him anytime. So, you know, when you compare that, there's no comparison. This is a dream opportunity compared to the work that he was doing before. He also doesn't need to work, which, I don't know, does that sound privileged? We're just in a good position now where, again, from working really hard to build up the business, doing well on the house, even though mentally we'd suffered, we did well on selling the house, which is a big reason why we sold the house rather than renting it out or whatever. But we're both getting to follow our passions. That's really what we're doing. And his passion is cooking. My passion is still digital and content creation and coaching and helping. Anyway, I digress on the COVID thing. So Dom was up north, his site got shut down, and I remember calling him crying and saying, we're going to lose everything. We've just bought this land. That's all of our savings. I'm going to lose my business. You don't have a job anymore. Like, what are we going to do for money? And I remember thinking, it was the first time since starting my business about 6 years earlier that this was my out. If I wanted an out, I didn't really enjoy what I was doing, this was my out, because I was going to lose everything anyway. And then I remember thinking, no, like, you've worked way too hard to build this up to lose it all in this moment. You are going to figure this out and you're going to find a way back. And just before COVID hit in Australia, I had actually been flown to Dubai to speak at a conference. It was a hair and beauty expo. It's massive. And I'd been flown over there to speak on using Instagram as a marketing channel for hair and beauty. And I met one of the other speakers there who was a venture capitalist, and he was just incredible. This is why they say, like, business is who you know, and why your connections in business are so valuable to not just the growth of your business, but to your own personal growth, and you never know when they might come in handy. So I reached out to him and I said, like, I'm really struggling. I think I'm going to lose everything. I know I don't really know you, but you know a lot about business. Is there anything that you could do to help? And he ended up working with me to get myself out of it. And actually, that's when the business grew more than ever before. So it all worked out in the end. But that was a really scary moment for me. And that was really hard to get out of. That was also when my sister was really sick. And that was really hard on my parents. I lived 45 minutes away from my parents because of COVID. I couldn't go there. And because my sister was sick, I couldn't go there. And the whole thing was just, it was an awful, awful time. And then she passed away, which was awful, is still awful. And then we had Carlo, which wasn't awful, but my pregnancy was awful. So then that 9 months was just horrid. And then all this issue with the house, like, we have been in a legal battle with it as well, which we are still in. And anyone that's been in a court case, like, it is all consuming. And when you're in different countries as well, it just makes it so much harder. And our builder was awful. And the whole thing was just messy. And I like to consider myself to be a very, like, glass half full, positive person. Behind the scenes, like, despite how life may look on social media all the time, and yes, our travel has been super fun and we've got so many cool opportunities, but behind the scenes, it's been a lot. And trying to keep up with work as well. You know, we have moved to more countries, 5, maybe 6 countries in the last 3 years, which has been great. But have you ever tried to run a business while moving house? So that's what I've done for the past 3.5 years, and we've just kept moving since. And we've lived all over the world. We lived in all of our parents' houses. We've lived in hotels. We've lived in villas. And yes, again, I'm so grateful for that life, but it's not to say that it hasn't come with a lot of stress at the same time. Oh God, it's been a journey. So trying to keep everything going during all of that, there's been definitely moments of challenge, a lot. And right now, it just feels calm. Everything, and I'm going to jinx myself for saying this, but everything right now just feels like calm and peaceful. And even creating this vlog is like, I'm having so much fun, and watching it feels fun. And I don't know, it just feels like it's taken such a long time to get here, but we did it. Don't have the house anymore, don't have the business anymore, in another country, but we got here. I have been watching and editing the first 3 episodes of this vlog for the last 4 hours. So now I've come outside to connect with nature, and the sun is so nice. Either my husband came home and I didn't realise, or a massive branch just fell off that tree. I think a massive branch just fell off the tree. Don's been building a tree house for Carlo, and I think it just fell down. Anywho, Dom's going to be home from work soon. Then I'll pick up Carlo, and then I'd love to go to the beach, because look at this day. It's such a beautiful day, but Carlo's got gymnastics. So maybe we'll go to the beach for a little bit and then go to gymnastics later. That'd be fun. Yes. Right, lunch today from the Master Chef, aka me. Dom's just gone to pick up Carlo. I made some pasta that I just spilled on the floor. Excellent. Last night's beans and sausages and potatoes left over, warmed up in the microwave, and kupus on top. I am a disaster in the kitchen. Disaster. You know, some things that you're just not meant to do? I do not belong in the kitchen unless I'm eating. That is a fact. I don't know why I'm so allergic to cooking, but like, cooking doesn't like me. I don't like cooking, and I feel like I've just accepted that in my life. Can you double microwave like sausage, or will it make you sick? Because I really want my kupus to be melted. Oh, let's give it a try. Let's get that sun on that bowl. I feel like I did a pretty good job. I'm going to sit and enjoy a moment of peace, eat my lunch, and then Carl will be home. The difference between moving to a village and moving to a city is when you move to the city, there's so many people, but no one cares, and you're alone. Like, if you move to a completely new city, you're surrounded by people but lonely. Because that's sort of how we felt in Bali. Loved Bali, but we really struggled to make friends there, and there's so many people
Speak
there.
for yourself. I can make friends anywhere. I'm
You
never
didn't make
lonely.
any friends in Bali.
And even if I'm lonely, I just make friends in my head and start talking to myself, so that is not a problem for me at all.
But when you move to a village, especially the village we've moved to, that I don't think anyone's moved to that village.
No, if you move to a
ever.
village, you just stand out like a sore thumb. That's all there is to it.
You do stand out like a sore thumb.
Wait, what
everyone's like, but why? You tell me your opinion of moving to a village.
My opinion of moving to a village was, if you didn't have kids, you're probably pretty screwed. If you're going to move to villages, you probably should have kids, A. Secondly, you need to get a job in the village, because then you see people in the village. So pretty much, we've only really just got our son into kindergarten 6 months ago, and I've just got a job here. So we're like in the community. But before then, for the last few years, we were just like, you know, it's like anywhere you go, unless you're doing stuff that people in the place do, you're just on like a long holiday, right? Like you're just like, you know,
and I think as well, people don't believe you're gonna stay, because they're like, oh, they'll get sick of it, they'll get bored, they'll leave. And because we do come and go quite a bit, I feel like every time we've left, when we've then come back, they're like, oh, you did come back. We're like, well, yeah, we told you we were coming back. And they're like, oh, okay. And each time we've gained their trust a little bit more. We've tapped away at the trust rock of Podgora. Show the sign.
Okay, anyway, that's enough. Now she's driving really erratically through the village.
Like, this is our drive home. I said it in the first video.
Yeah, pretty much at wildfire. We just got saved us at that. Everything you see right now was a wildfire last year. We all could have perished in the wildfire. But besides from that,
really bad fire here last year.
besides from that, great spot.
Stunning. Jailbreak! Go, little one, go! We just had our first escapade kitten. You did really well, buddy. You tried. You tried. Bye-bye. Hello, sweetheart. I was really excited because...
Wait.
Is that your favourite grey t-shirt?
If this becomes a thing.
Look, one of us is going to have to change.
I'm making my mum's famous Maggie's meatloaf. You know,
It's actually really yum.
To start this meatloaf, do you know what you blend together? You blend together milk, 2 onions, and curry powder to start. And then that goes with meat. And it goes with the coffee sauce. It sounds terrible. Best meatloaf.
It is actually really yummy. But can you tell the people what we're doing? So just picked up Carlo from kindy. My brain is so sore because I have been watching video content, editing this vlog. I just can't even explain how much my brain hurts. Anyway, we are now going to look at some land that might be the land. It might be the one.
It might not be.
It also might not be. But it might be the one.
It's technically not for sale yet, but I have got to convince the guy he might sell it.
We can convince it. Do you know what's the most annoying thing is the female? Like, I don't spend ages getting ready, but I'm still a woman. Lived in this house with no mirrors for 3 years. And he goes, oh, we're taking the bike. And you're like, oh, can't we just drive the car? Why they gotta do that? Right, buddy. Do. See the afters of the motorbike on my hair. Yeah. Look at this beautiful day though. I've got the shades down a little bit because it is nice. Is anyone at the pool? Let's have a look. Probably not. Oh my gosh, nobody at the pool? Come on, people. Beautiful.
If you want a beer glass,
come on
this is
then.
a beer glass.
So that's a red wine glass, is it?
Diamond Vino Molem.
Hey, the good thing about me working a restaurant is my wife can drink all this alcohol. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. Jedno srno vino?
Jedno crno vino.
Jedno crno
Čaša
vino.
crnog vina.
Čaša crno vino za
Ile dom
That's right.
Molem.
Hey, čekaj.
Ile dom Molem.
Husband,
Stop, Snow, that's way
That's
too
not
much.
even nice.
It's not, that's why he doesn't get, because he doesn't drink
You
red
should
wine.
put this in that's 2 glasses.
Yeah, that's 2
but
glasses.
It's not nice to have this much
Honey,
in a glass.
can you put half in another glass?
Yeah, she will
Yeah.
get... No, but I'm like...
Because it's an experience.
Yeah, you want to have this much in
Dom's
a glass.
learning
Then
about
it's
wine.
nice, you know?
Clearly doesn't
If you
drink
pour
wine.
it like this, then she's just alcoholic.
well,
I mean, a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
I'm just saying like...
Take 2.
There. If you want some ice cubes, I'll give it to you. Just try it before. Without.
Croatia has the best red wine in the world.
And
Don't
that
at me.
guy who did it.
Cheers, because it's Wednesday. We survived half the week already, so we get a 1.
What's up,
An
bro?
alcoholic wouldn't say that.
What's up, bro?
An alcoholic would say that on Monday.
Why you-
Yummy. All right, 3 weeks in your new job. How has it been 3 weeks now?
I started 3.5 weeks ago, but I had 16 days off. So
Oh, that's right.
I've only really worked about 8 days. But the reality is, if you get a new job, take 2 weeks off. It's my first time having
Really stress out your boss by doing a really good job
So-
for a couple of days and then being like, all right, I'm out of here.
So I started this new
This
job
is Dom's
cooking.
career
And what
tip
I realised
advice.
is, this is what if you get into a new job, do this. Boom. Start it, work for about 5 or 6 days, show you're really keen. Day 6, you're off for 2 weeks. And then they're like, this guy was so... And whether or not you're good, you've put them in a position where they felt like they needed you.
Treat them mean, keep them keen.
So then when you come back, they're
Dating
like, oh, we
advice.
really need you. And you're back into it, like, everything's running smooth. You could have served shit on the plate. But the thing is, you weren't there to put the shit on the plate. But now I'm back, baby. So we're good. That's what I think that worked out well. Show the view.
It's beautiful. It's a really lovely day today. So what are we now? We are heading towards the end of May. coming into June. So
we've got about 5 days left.
can you
of May.
explain how where we live is seasonal?
Like most of Europe, these seaside towns, unless you're in a major city. I think Podgora has a population of about 900 to 1100, somewhere around 1,000. But, it's full of hotels, apartments and rentals. So I think, don't quote me on this, check it.
We need to fact check
my
this.
facts, but I'm pretty sure someone said it could get up to 6 to 7, 8,000 around the summer. I think it's about 10 times the amount. That sounds way
lot.
too much. Is it? Do you reckon there's 10? Nah, there would have to be. In the peak of summer, say this town year round has about 900 people, and then peak of summer on any one big week could have over 5,000-6,000 people. I think that sounds about right. Hotels full, so then for 9 months a year it's quiet, and then for 3 months a year it's really busy. So it's that like boom and busty type place. Lots of places around the world are like
It's really
that.
different.
Particular here,
It's a different way to live.
it's like Ibiza in Italy, Ibiza in Spain, and those party islands. It's the same in Italy. If you're going to Positano and all that, I think they've got bigger, longer seasons, but they're still only half the year. It's dead, shut up shop. And the other 6 months of the year, it's too busy, shoulder to shoulder. So
Another reason I wanted to start the channel is to celebrate the little villages. Where have we had the best times when we have been living here? I have been to Split probably 5 times since we moved here, literally to go to the shopping centre, because there isn't really many shops around here. That's it. I go to the shopping centre, I come home. We've been to Dubrovnik once, nothing against them. There are how many villages along the Dalmatian coast? And I know that if I go to a little village, I could just drive for an hour, pick a little village, go to a little restaurant in one of those villages, and I will have the best food, the best experience, 1,000,000 times better. I really want people that are traveling, not just to Croatia, but to Europe in general and the rest of the world, to really look at the little villages, because A, they need your tourism more than the big cities do. It means more to them for you to visit them. And all round, don't you travel for the experience? So wouldn't you rather go somewhere that you're going to have a better experience? Here comes the meatloaf.
it's actually very oily, and I never separated it, but it's for the kid. She sent me the recipe on Facebook ages ago, but I forgot it. So I said to ChatGPT, hey.
You could have just asked your mum.
No, no, she's sleeping. It's the wrong time in New Zealand. So I said to ChatGPT, hey, my mum used to make this meatloaf. I blended like onion, milk, and curry powder with the mince, and then it had like pork mince and something, and it had like some sort of coffee sauce. Do you know what this is? And it goes, oh, hey Dom, yeah, you're probably referring to. It sounds like a take on a South African blah blah blah. It gave
His
me
mum's not South African.
My mum's not South African. Had no idea. It gave me this full-on South African recipe, which was the same one, and I just made it.
All right,
again.
give it to Carlo now because he'll be hungry. He's been so patient.
You've never had this. Try this. It's meatloaf. With
It's like a sausage roll.
What do you think? Yeah, dobro.
This is the piece of land, I think, here, across from this thing here. So this is land number, I don't know how many pieces of land we've looked at now.
Is it there? So it does face a little bit more southerly, but you've got no issue.
I want to be facing this way
But
specifically.
we're just going to have to forget that idea. This is it here. Great.
Well, we won't be forgetting that idea.
It's only got a small retaining wall. This is yours,
I like this bit because these are my 2 requests for land. We have to be able to see the village and we have to be able to see there. They're my land requests.
Which are quite a large request for
This is not. I've waited 5 years for a home.
No, you waited 5 years
Plus
for Australia.
the rest of my life. So
Okay,
let's say
let's clarify
39
something.
years.
BS for-
I've waited 39 years for a home.
She was in the womb, like, where's my home? Hey, she's waited 5 years for a house in Australia, which we got, and then we decided.
Which is still like
So we chose to sell.
80% longer than
We
most
chose to
normal
sell the house in
people
Croatia.
will
So
wait.
for me, that ends. But Brooke still's carrying this
We
like.
chose to sell a house
Like,
in
where's our
Croatia.
home?
What are you talking about?
No, we chose to sell a house in Perth.
Did you want our house in Perth?
No, but it doesn't matter. We chose to sell it. But
no,
what I'm saying is,
but you didn't want it.
no, I didn't want it. But that means that story you can't
But
be
I
like.
didn't want it either.
Yeah, so we're not still waiting for a. We sold that, happy. Now we moved on. Now
We're still
going to
waiting
start.
for a house.
Now we're going to start waiting again.
I'm still waiting
No, we
for a
got the
house.
house though. We're not waiting for a house anymore. We got
That
the house.
wasn't that. I mean, I'm
We got
still
it.
no. I'm still waiting for a home.
Oh, yeah,
That-
now it's okay. Now you're right. I have not.
That was a house.
I am yet to provide my wife
I'm
a
still
home.
waiting for a home.
Although we do have a home, it's my dad's home, but he doesn't want us to call it home. So it's,
I'm a 39-year-old married woman with a child who wants to have more children. I want a home.
Yeah.
I've worked really hard my whole life, and it feels unfair that I do not have a home.
So I either need to build something quickly
or move into a tent.
So it looks like I need to find a bit of land and build my wife another home. But as soon as it's built, if like some German comes and is like, I will give you 1.5 million for that, I'll be like, haha, we're homeless again.
At least 2.5. Handbrake is on. You can see it can't be on anymore, so I don't know what just happened. Vlog update. Dom said I had to get the camera out and start filming. Okay, in my defense, and I have a video, I was dropping Carlo at kindy and I have to park on, thank God it was early, thank God no one else there. There's not a lot of options to park, and I park on a really steep hill, and I have a video proving the handbrake was on. And I came out after dropping Carlo in, and the car was rolling down the hill, and I threw my shoes off, so because I'm just in flip-flops. I know, how cute do I look for kindy drop-off? And oh my God, the car was rolling down the hill, and I threw my shoes off. I ran to try and get in because I'm coming from this way. I ran to try and get in that side, and it was locked, and I couldn't get the keys out of my pocket in time. And I went into thank God, actually, I just went into a lamppost. The lamppost is fine. There was nobody there. There was no cars there. No kids there, thank God. And I'm obviously still able to drive the car and get it home. But just like 2 videos ago, I was like, everything feels so calm and smooth at the moment. I jinxed it. I jinxed myself. But everyone's okay. No one was in the car. I wasn't in the car. Carla wasn't in the car. I didn't hit another car. I was probably due for a car accident. Anyway, that's the start of my day, and I was feeling so good today. I got up, I did a workout. I've got a new client that I'm starting working with today. No, I'm not going to let this ruin my day. It's just a to-do list. No one got hurt. Everyone's safe and healthy. My brain's a little bit, ugh. But other than that, all the cats are fine. Baby darling's fine. We're going to restart the day. I'll just shut the garage door and turn the music up and pretend it didn't happen. And maybe Dom will forget. And I'll be like, oh, well, that must have happened in the garage. That was not how I planned for my day to start. I'm going to have a shower, do my skincare, then do my makeup. And recenter my brain and get ready for my client today, because I'm so adjusted. I woke up really early so that I could work out, and I did her lesson plan yesterday, but I wanted to revise it this morning, and I did, and I was so excited for it. And then Carlo woke up really early, which is actually a benefit. It's actually good Carlo woke up early this morning, because I dropped him at kindy way earlier than normal. If he'd woken up late and I dropped him off late, there would have been kids and cars where my car rolled down the hill. So I am so grateful that his sleep has been disrupted, because it saved us today. See? Reframe your mind, reframe your life. So as I was saying before, I have a new coaching client starting her 6-month coaching package with me today, which I'm really excited about. She is a beauty business coach. She has a really successful beauty salon in Australia. She also has online programs where she teaches other salons how to build a successful beauty business. And she's feeling a bit flat. She's been doing this for a few years, and she's feeling a bit flat and unexcited. And this is something that is actually so normal in business, but it's weird because you kind of feel guilty that what used to really light you up no longer does. And you don't really know why, and it makes you question, like, do I really like this? Am I really cut out for this? You start doubting yourself, and it's happened to me multiple times. And that's why you've got to continue to evolve your business, not just around your lifestyle, but also to keep you excited, to keep you waking up every day and going, okay, what are we working on today? And introducing new offers and new revenue streams, or building out your team more, or whatever it is that's going to make you feel excited about your business direction and your business growth. So she wants to double her monthly reoccurring revenue. Write this down, is a term that every business owner should really know. I probably didn't know it until 7 years into starting a business, even though I already had very good MRR. I didn't know what that term was. It's monthly reoccurring revenue. So the revenue that comes is expected, well, you can do projected MRR and you can do current MRR. Current MRR is the reoccurring revenue each month in your business. Projected is if it keeps going, this is what it's going to be next month. And we want this number to go up and up and up. So if it's going up, great. If it's not going up, then we need to look at your marketing and your sales, and why not? Or if it's going up, but you still feel like you don't have any money in your bank account, you never have enough money left over, which happens to a lot of people, it's happened to me before, then we need to look at what's going out. Because if there's money coming in, but you feel like you don't have any money ever, what's going out? So there's 4 ways to make money in business, right? Number 1, you can look at everything you're spending and reduce that. You're instantly going to make more money. And that's the fastest way, in my opinion, to make more money in business. Your second option, raise your prices. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't really change much on your end, but you can make more money doing the same thing. Third option, sell more of whatever it is that you're selling. This takes more effort because you've got to do more marketing, more advertising. Maybe you need to build up a team or warehouses or suppliers or whatever it is in order for you to be able to sell more. That takes more effort. And then number 4, introduce new revenue streams. So create new products, create new services, create new offers, get more money coming into your business from other ways. That's how you make money in business, or that's how you make more money in business. Now, depending on what stage you're at in your business and depending what excites you the most as well, is how we decide, or how I decide as a coach who has a client that wants to double her monthly reoccurring revenue, what we're going to do. So I ask some questions, and basically I can tell when someone is lit up and when they're not. And when I see that spark after I give them some options, I'm like, okay, that's what we're going to go in with. So if you're in a place in your business right now where you want to make more money, who isn't in that place in their business? I want you to go through the 4 options I just suggested and think about which option is going to work best for you, depending on where you're at in your business. Boom. That's how you make more money, my friend.
I suppose it might happen in Australia. You've got to, because I'm working in the kitchen, I've got to make sure I don't have any like parasites, so they've got to do a stool sample. I might melt that cup, bro. I might have a
What
job
about
after.
the parasites in your brain?
I
The channel is channeling. So we've got a banner, profile picture, description. I'm just eating my oats. My brain has calmed down. I love my clients. I just started with a new client and we had the biggest mind-blown explosion of what has been holding her back in business in the first 30 minutes. And I'm so excited now for what she's going to do next. This might sound cheesy to say, but she's been really limiting her potential and she doesn't realize how good she is. And we got it out of her in the first 30 minutes. And now we're going to create new offer suite, new funnel, new services, complete rebrand, new ideal client, new target market. And I'm just so excited to be working with her. And then I was like, oh, damn, I crashed the car in the middle of it. But the show must go on, right? That's life. That's showbiz, baby. Someone once sent me a DM telling me that I pronounced the word new wrong. So if you're thinking that, I'm fully aware. I don't know why it doesn't come out of my mouth like new. I say new. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I am who I am. So like and subscribe. Dom's at the police station. Still waiting to do his poop test. And Carlo's finishing kindy, and I don't have a way to pick him up, and it's too far for me to walk. I can't drive the car. Tom was like, don't drive the car. It kind of drives, like I just got it home. Anyway, so now his boss is going to come pick me up to take me to pick up Carlo from kindy, and then I don't really know what we're doing for the rest of the day. The no car life is kind of fun. Give me 24 hours on that. Carlo, what did Mummy do to the car? I was like, oh, it's not that bad.
Sweet.
You can still use it. It's still totally usable. I was like, oh, it's not.
Oh, it's actually, there's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly.
Let me try the indicator and
You can
see.
use the boot.
Just wait.
You can indicate. You can open the back seat.
Let me do the indicator, honey.
A lick of paint and it'll be good.
Where are the keys?
Don't you think?
Check that indicator. Move your hand. Tell me
Carlo,
that- Oh,
maybe you could just put a sticker on
There's a
it.
hole in the back of the car.
Hole in the back.
Is the indicator working? Left one?
The left one, yeah.
Or the right one?
Well, at the front. There's no problem with the car. I just said to Dom, all you need to do is just move that little bit down there, and so it doesn't rub the wheel, and then it drives no problem. It's great. Gets us from A to B. Really, we just need to get to kindy and back. Right.
You need to learn how to ride a motorbike and we're good.
What if it's raining? Do you know what? The other day I was actually thinking during summer it'd be way easier to ride a motorbike.
Look.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that bad. That's the attitude, buddy. Just made us a little afternoon snack. Beautiful afternoon. And we're going to sit and have a picnic on the balcony. So, I know Dom's the chef, but I actually can make a meal or two. This is a Croatian delicacy. It is a rice cracker with some cream cheese and kupus on top. And I call this meal kupus a la cracker. How good is it, buddy? Taste the fermentation. It's good, hey? Baby darling went in for the snack steal, and then she was like, ew, not sure about this. It's actually so good. Baby darling. Hi, baby girl. Oh, no snacks for you. Never in a million years would have thought my life would bring me here to this little village of 1,000 people. What did you just say?
That car needs to go in the bin.
Carla just goes, Mum, I think that car needs to go in the bin. I mean, you're not wrong, buddy. But
Mom,
anyway, we've come to annoy Daddy. I need a drink.
I'm so annoyed.
I need a drink after today. What a spot. Don't run down this hill. Don't run down this hill, buddy. I do not need that today. It's 7:30 and Carlo is still asleep. I literally don't know what to do with myself. I just sat in bed and went in a scroll hole because it's my day off. Oh my God. So this is where my car was parked. My car was parked just there. This is where I pull up for kindy drop off. My car was parked there and it rolled all the way down here, down here, down here, and smashed into that pole. And the pole is fine and the wall is fine. And normally this is full of cars and kids.
Mommy.
So lucky.
We're very busy now, aren't we? Yes. Trying to figure out how to escape every day. So 2 kittens have homes. Officially, they will go to soon. Ooh, I don't think Carlo fully understands what that means. And then we're still looking for homes for 2 of them. And I've called one of them Kris Jenner because it looks like it's had a facelift. You are so pretty. Actually, you're the prettiest one. Oh, shh, don't tell your brothers and sisters. Happy Thursday. So I haven't talked about the academy much. And to be honest, the reason why I haven't talked about it much is because I haven't been working on it much. I had blocked off the week before for one-on-one clients. It's just taken a lot longer than I thought it would take, which is fine. Also, I've been finding my editing style because there's so many different ways that you can edit a vlog.
I'm glad that I didn't rush releasing it because it's really taken me about a month to find the style that I like of how I want it edited together, and also the branding, the name, the logo, and it is all part of a bigger strategy as well. And my clients are my priority. So if I have one-on-ones booked, that takes priority in my brain. There's another reason why it's taken a back step too, is because I've actually been considering switching to an all-in-one platform, and I figured if I was gonna do it, now is the time. So with the business that I handed over last year, the agreement with my clients as part of the handover was that there was like an online training portal that they got access to as members when they were signed up to my business. My business was called Social Club. That was my Instagram online training community. It got handed over to, I think, the biggest Instagram training platform in the world. And my members got access to the online training portal until the end of May as part of the handover. Because it's now the 29th of May, that's why I started thinking, all right, well, I set up my online membership 7 years ago. And 7 years ago, the platforms that were available to run an online business were really different to the platforms that are now available. There wasn't really any all-in-one platforms available 7 years ago. So do you want to know all the subscriptions, all the online platforms I use to run my business? Ready? MailChimp, Microsoft Office, NordVPN, Zoom, Loom, Google Drive. I also pay for Instagram verification, Teachable, iCloud, Xero, Canva, SiteGround, Crazy Domains, ChatGPT. And then I also have a PayPal and a Stripe account because they manage the transaction and handle the money part. So they're all the platforms that I pay for to run the business. They all have either a monthly or an annual fee, and it adds up. So many times I have heard in my business, you don't have an office, you don't have a store, so it costs you nothing to run your business. And that is so not true. And for a while now, I've been looking at other platforms that integrate all of these things and the comparison of fees. And I'm really torn because the platforms that I have been using for 7 years, okay, it costs a little bit more, but I know them. I can move quickly on them. What's the comfort versus expense ratio here? I'm not sure. So I'm kind of going back and forward on it a little bit. I'd love to know if you are an online business and you do use an all-in-one platform, what do you use? Or what did you use? You switched to something else. What do you recommend? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? So this is what I need to be able to do. I need to be able to host an online course. I need to be able to send emails. I need landing pages. I need funnels. I need checkouts. They're like the main things that I need if I was going to switch to an all-in-one platform. So please let me know below. So yeah, still deciding what to do. Like the easiest time to make the switch would be now, or I just keep going how I'm going. Everything that I just listed there in those 15 platforms, I can't get rid of all of them. Like for example, NordVPN. I can't not use a VPN. I guess I could not pay for Instagram verification, but I teach Instagram, so I need to know how the features work, including verification. Anyway, I'm still deciding. So I prepared an email to go out to the beta testers to let them know. I thought I would have been launched by now. Here's why I'm not. And I'm also not letting it stress me out. At the end of the day, the way that you grow a business on Instagram fundamentally has never changed. The tools and the features that you can use with Instagram, they have changed. I've been doing this for 10 years now, coming into my 10th year. The strategy behind it has never changed. And the program that I'm putting together is the core strategy of how you create a business on Instagram, how you build it, how you launch it, how you make it work for you, how you save time doing it using things like AI, exactly how to use the AI as well, because lots of people use AI now, but it is such a powerful tool if you know how to maximize it. So my program shows you how to maximize it as a business assistant, really, as a social media manager, as a business coach. Like, there are so many ways that you can use it to grow your business that most people don't know. I've worked with so many business owners that have told me, I use AI every day. I would consider myself really good with AI. And then when I taught them some of the things that were in my in-person program, which my in-person program, my one-day program is what I'm turning into the online course plus some, they have been like, I thought I knew AI, but I had no idea you could use it like this. We can wait for the program. I'm in no rush to launch it. Oh my God, how? Hello, I just called my reflection. Why does this look so strange? Okay, let me bring my arms back out. I'm in no rush to launch it. I'm not trying to launch it perfectly. I'm trying to not stress myself out. I'm trying to not overwhelm myself. I'm sticking to my boundaries, and I'm not looking at what my competition is doing, because I genuinely know and believe that what I can teach is great, because I have taught thousands of people and seen their incredible results, and good things come to those who wait. That's the update on the online course and the academy. Was going to add as well, my father-in-law, who owns this house that we live in, he arrives next week, and he will be here for the next 4 months for European summer. And then my husband's sister, her husband, and their 4 kids arrive the week after, and they'll be here for 6 weeks, which Carlo is so excited about. It's been absolutely adorable. Every European summer, I have worked pretty much every day since we've been here the last 3 years. I really want to enjoy it this year. We've had so many family coming over, and I work most of the time. And I miss out on the fun stuff, and they do so much cool fun stuff that I want to be a part of. I've had to sacrifice a lot, and which it might not look like on social media. As always, social media is 1% of someone's life, but I've had to sacrifice a lot, and that's being a business owner. Yes, I can live and work from anywhere, but that means you have to work from anywhere. And when most people are on holiday and having fun, which during summer, if people are traveling to Europe, they're traveling to come and have a break, and you're working, it sucks. And I did it because I knew the long-term goal, especially the last couple of years when I wasn't really happy in my business and the goal was to either sell it or shut it down. I was working towards an end point. I was torn for a really long time on whether to sell it or shut it down. I approached some people to sell it, and it just didn't look right. Before I approached the final person who took it over, I actually had made the decision to shut it down. And then I just saw something that this person posted on Instagram about their membership, which was much bigger than my membership, and the value of acquiring and retaining members. And it struck something in me. I'm going to send him a DM and basically just say, this is a bit random, but all out in one message. Here's my business. Here's what I have. Here's what I can offer. Would you be interested in buying it? And that's where the conversation started. And we just went back and forward, back and forward, back and forward for, I think, about 2 months until the handover. And it all actually just worked out really well. Actually, something else I really want to talk on. So today we woke up to the news that Hailey Bieber has sold Robe for around a $1 billion acquisition, which she only started Rode, her makeup skincare line, in 2022. That's 3 years of building a brand to $1 billion sale, which is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I know she's a celebrity and yada, yada, yada. I know that. But something that I think is so cool now is that these young girls that have such an influence and such a following are building amazing businesses. They're founders, they're creating products, services, and they're showing the next generation that being an entrepreneur is cool. We didn't have that. other than my parents, my dad was an engineer and had an engineering company, and my mum had a gift store in Fremantle in Australia, where I feel like I grew up between those two places. So I was raised by entrepreneurs. Two of my sisters are entrepreneurs. I feel like it was in my family, but other than that, I don't remember like looking up to and admiring any female business owners growing up. So that's why I think it is so cool that now our generation, well, our kids as well, there are so many people that they admire and follow that are creating incredible businesses, doing incredible things with the power of social media and personal branding. And they can be inspired by a different kind of life. My upbringing was you go to school, you go to university, you get a degree, and then you do something. And I dropped out of it. I did not enjoy school. I wasn't the most academic. I found it really hard to concentrate. And I enrolled in uni because that's what everybody else did. And I was bored. After I finished school, I could not have thought of anything worse than going to uni. All I wanted to do was work. So I had 3 jobs by the time I finished school. Yeah, or maybe 4. I was working in my sister's fish and chip shop. I was working at Baker's Delight. Actually, how old was I when I finished Baker's Delight? Can't remember. Maybe I wasn't still at school when I finished at Baker's Delight, but I was working in a shoe store and I was modeling. So technically, I guess I had 4 jobs. All I wanted to do was buy a house. And I knew that if I worked more, I earned more money, and the more money I could earn, the sooner I could buy a house. That is all I thought about. I didn't want to go to uni because, in my opinion, uni was just taking time away from when I could be working. I even got a job around the corner from my uni. The shoe store that I worked in was around the corner from the university that I went to, so that I could work as much during uni, or when I was supposed to be at uni, as possible. I never thought of starting my own business, ever, not until I obviously did. I never thought of starting my own business. And I feel like the next generation needs to know and understand that there are other roads in life than just going to uni. Like, I dropped out of uni, but still had an enormous uni debt, which I then spent how long paying off? I don't even have a degree, which I know is my own fault. But let's be honest, if I finished uni, got a degree in marketing, got a job in marketing, would I have started my own business? Who knows? But would I be living here probably now if I got a job in marketing 20 years ago working for someone else? I highly doubt it. In fact, I'm 99.9% certain my life would not look the way that it looks now if I had finished uni and got a job in marketing. So that's my opinion on that.
Back at the hotel, again, to annoy hubby. So when I say the hotel, I mean the hotel where Dom's working in the restaurant at the hotel. It's called Hotel Liberan. It has 13 rooms. And look at the view today. It's just beautiful. It was raining last night and windy, and they have this wind here. It's called Bora, and when Bora comes, it just like cleans the world. That's like the best way to explain it, and everything is so clear, and you can see the mountains and the islands. Look at that. You can just see everything so beautifully. Anyway, Dom just made this
I'm making you
for Yore's brother. Doesn't it look good?
Looks great.
Hi, little sexy chef. Oh, that's what your name can be, the sexy chef.
Out of here, you're not allowed in here.
Okay, sorry, I'm not allowed in here. I'm going to stand at the door. Someone said to me this morning that you should have your own YouTube channel. It took Dom 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, to put one video from his sailing trip in the Google Drive. So if you want to have one episode every 25 years, yeah, sure, Dom can have his own spin-off channel. If not, he will be on my channel.
You want 2 bucks on toast?
Love you. Yes, please. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I just came to collect the remnants of the car. So I'm just going to blue tack this back on, right? I did bring some blue tack from Australia.
Where's his helmet?
A moment for these roses. I love roses. Aren't they such beautiful flowers?
Mom?
Carlo?
Dom has been building Carlo a tree house.
Dad, let's go up and stand on there.
The slab is almost done.
I want to
Hey.
play.
Baby darling, let's go. Baby darling likes going on walks. Yes, come on, Papa, let's go. Oh, you look so big now. Not baby anymore. Go, go, go.
They come down here.
Yeah, they come down here.
Da 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 da. This is Uncle Steve. Say hi. This is Dom's uncle. You're going to be on the vlog. Excellent. I'll get you to sign a release form later. Bye, Steve. This looks really cool. Do you know what it looks like? A spaceship or a boat. It could be Carlo's boat in the sky. Hey, it looks like it's going to get rainy and stormy. Whoa, look at you go, buddy. Big jump, buddy.
Look, all the stick.
Oh! Good job, sweetheart. You did it.
Ballsy, eh?
Yeah, he is. Take baby darling to the vet because something's wrong with her eye and I got some drops and they're not working. So I went and got the cat carrier from Dom's auntie and I swear she knew. And now I'm trying to find her and I have like every cat in the village has come running except my cat. Baby darling.
Baby darling.
Come on. Not you. I know. Here's one. Oh, this one's very colour coded to my outfit. This is actually the grandmother of the kittens. And then there's a cat that looks like baby darling that came running down the street. Cats. The cat dramas of Podgora. I'm really annoyed with baby darling because I couldn't find her. She ran off on purpose. Honestly, girls. So I had to cancel the appointment and now I've come to Daddy's work to have a coffee, haven't we? And I'll have to try again on Monday. And by then, she's probably going to have lost her eye.
It's absolutely capacity.
I know, but don't be posting anything on Instagram until I approve it.
He's going to. Hold on.
Don't just go posting things on Instagram willy-nilly. They want to post something on the Instagram for the restaurant without consulting me first. Who does he think he is? Mr. Social Club?
Is volite?
Is volite? Oh, voila. When you're doing a puzzle, but then you need a nap. Look at this afternoon. Just come down to the beach, try and burn some energy from this little guy who decided to fall asleep at 3:30 on the couch. I didn't realise. I don't know how long he was asleep for. But if you know, you know. That could have just ruined the rest of the night. In the water? I thought it was cold. I love when I catch the cats just having little moments of mindfulness on the balcony. Baby darling, are you just having a little moment of mindfulness on the balcony? Just taking it all in. Can I join you? Having a mindfulness moment on the balcony? Come here, Papa. I see what she was doing. She's not wrong. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please give it a like. Please give it a thumbs up. Please comment something below. It really helps us with the algorithm. And please hit the subscribe button to be notified when the next video drops. See you in the next one.